It is lovely to see so many of you here from some of the workshops we've been doing, and hopefully in the coming months we'll see some of you up on stage sharing your stories, because that's what it's all about. And tonight we have a whole host of storytellers and stories for you.
When I read the theme of this event tonight was dancing shoes, I started thinking, do I have a dancing shoes story? So I did the only logical thing, and I went for inspiration to my shoe rack. I checked my shoe rack and I saw boots, leather boots. I saw white trainers, very comfy slippers and flip-flops. But there was no sign of dancing shoes. It was almost like this dancing girl who loved going out didn't exist anymore. But then, on top, I saw a white box. And it was white box with golden letters. And I opened it, and inside I found my sandals. They were like salsa style sandals with a little string around your heel. They were cream and golden color, and they looked almost like new, perfect.
Right, well, I love dancing. I mean, I've been passionate about dancing since the very first time I put on a pair of pink ballet shoes when I was about 6, and I tiptoed around the stage with a golden parasol, and I remember the smell of baked beans and hairspray every time I went to the local dance studio with my mum. And I used to point my toes into all the different shapes, the pliés and the relevés and the sautés, which is just French really for saying bending and rising and jumping. And I didn't become a ballerina, but I did spend a lot of my life being hyper mobile. I mean, I would dance, bend, leap, jump, whenever I could, right through the night if I could, until I literally wore myself out. I mean, I wore out the hip joint in my left leg.
When I became a teenager, I made an appalling discovery. Compared to other girls, my feet were hideously ugly. They weren't smooth and plump, they were thin and bony. But worse than that, they had veins, really prominent blue veins, especially on the ankles. They were just awful. And as the years went by, well, I started to believe that my feet had to be the ugliest feet that had ever walked this earth.
It was the height of grunge. A few blank faces there. In the 90s, where I used to live, we had this thing in the beginning part of it called grunge. It was like a sort of musical and fashion thing, basically a bit like punk, but less politicised, a bit like the sort of flower power, but without the flowers. So it's sort of passive-aggressive, kind of teenage moaning over abrasive guitars. And I absolutely loved it. I was like 13, and it was at its height, and it was absolutely amazing. I grew my hair really long, like Kurt Cobain and Jeff Buckley. I had ripped jeans, I had like a flannel shirt, and I was only missing one thing, and the thing I was missing was Dr. Martin boots. That's what I wanted to complete the look. Now, I've been saving up to go and buy Dr. Martin boots, so I said to my mum, me and some friends are going out, I'll be back later on. She said, okay, that's fine, make sure you remember to be back by 5-ish because we're going to go visit Grandpa who's recently come out of hospital. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Left the house. I had an ulterior motive. A group of my friends were going, and amongst that group was Lara Newman.
It was 2012. There in our front room sat Claire, my wife's best friend. My wife, Sam, and me. And we were having a girly night in, and I love girly nights in. I have to admit. There were 2 bottles of rosé down, and we were flicking through the music channels, and the music was just on point. Every song we managed to find just when it got our hips kind of moving and our feet jigging, and we thought we were just going to have a night in, but you know what? Let's stick on our dancing shoes and head off into town. And we did. We took a short walk down the hill into town and hit the cocktail and shots bar. We lined up the shots and we downed them. It was 2 for 1 on jugs of cocktails. Now, if you're good at maths, 3 of us, 2 for 1. So we ended up with 4 jugs. That's 1 1/3 each. Brilliant. And by the time we drank the shots and downed the cocktails, we couldn't help it anymore. Our feet carried us over the road, following the doof, 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 doof of the only nightclub in Hinckley.
I'm at Coventry University doing a psychology degree, so I have no expertise in dance, so this is completely new to me. I just come up with the idea. I'm with the charity Grapevine, whose main aim is to help people get more active in Coventry, and I've recently involved in a placement. So this is speed dancing. The whole idea originated from speed dating. Rather than meeting a new person every 10-5 minutes, you learn a new dance. So we have 6 different genres, ranging from salsa to Afro beats, and the whole aim is to try and get people more active, and with a key focus on those with learning difficulties and physical disabilities, really.
Yeah? Now we've got to move our right leg next, because you're not doing anything else. So tap it. Then you take it out and cross. Tap it. Out. Cross.
Hello. So tell you something about tonight. It's our Herbert Late for April. Herbert opens late one night every month, and we do a whole range of different things, but they're always inspired by something in the building. So this month we were inspired by the works we have on loan from the Courtauld Institute, the Degas collection. It's really exciting to have them in Coventry, so we're making the most of the inspiration. We are dancing. We are talking about dancing and telling our stories. We've also been celebrating partnerships we had with Wijgerden Coventry during the Wildlife Photographer exhibition, and a competition we ran alongside that, which was sponsored by John Cole's Photography. Many thanks to him. So it's been a busy night. There's all sorts of people everywhere talking about Degas with somebody from the Courtauld, or thinking about all the ideas inspired by it. And now we're looking forward to the May Late, which is the 13th of May, and it's going to be enormous because it's Museums at Night weekend, so we're super excited to welcome back Drink and Draw. We'll have our Grace and Perry exhibition up then, Vanity of Small Differences, and you can come and hear about Grace and Perry. There's a talk by Ian Swanky about himself. What else have we got on? Loads of things, so many things. We've got the Me Club, the fantastic true life storytelling event that is now here in Coventry every month, and there'll be things all over the building, and I think we're done there because somebody's telling me to wind it up. But go to the www.theherbert.org and you can find it all the information you might want, and I won't be rabbiting at you. Perfect.